Now, streaming live, this is KSLA News Now.
Well, thanks for joining us. You're watching KSLA News Now. I'm Jeff Horchak. Here are some of our top stories tonight. New in your crime tracker, a 14-year-old Northwood High School student is facing charges after deputies say that he made a threat involving a gun on campus. Deputy Bill Nunnery, the school resource officer at Northwood High, was notified on the 17th, which is today, about a gun threat allegedly made by the student. The deputies say that after looking into the situation, they learned the student made comments about being armed. Investigators say that he later claimed the remarks were a joke and made out of a frustration over a policy violation. The student was arrested and charged with terrorizing. He was then transported and booked into the Caddo Parish Juvenile Detention Center. Well, this past weekend was one of the busiest weekends for many restaurants across the Arklatex. But one restaurant in Shreveport had other struggles. The Pearl had a power outage on Valentine's Day and had to cancel about 70 reservations. A car hit one of the utility poles and knocked out their power. Even though the disrupted night brings financial impact to the area or to the restaurant, it hurts them financially. The general manager says the ruined night is deeper than just money.
And serving the community and building a relationship with everyone that walks through the doors at the Pearl is huge for us. And so not being able to do that on such a special day was disheartening for them as well.
Now tonight at 10, we'll hear more from the general manager and what she wants customers to stay aware of for this upcoming weekend. Well, Mardi Gras spirit filled the air today in the Arklatex as several local crews paraded through the parking lot of the Ark Caddo Bossier's Goldman School, bringing joy and beads to the little ones with and without disabilities. Starting at 9 a.m. this morning, representatives from the crews of the Arklatex, all in costume, walked through the school's lot at Jordan and Gilbert. Now, children from the Goldman School, ranging from 8 weeks all the way to 5 years old, lined up to catch an array of throws and beads.
It's an inclusive event. We invite all the crews out, as well as a lot of our staff are out here, and the children with disabilities as well as children without disabilities are here together, experiencing an event together.
Now, the event offered a unique and accessible way for the young students to express their festive traditions of Mardi Gras while staying safe and having fun. Well, today in your vote, early voting for the Arkansas primary started today. Voters will be deciding on a U.S. Senate showdown in the governor's race, congressional seats, and county leadership positions. Local school board races will also be on some ballots. And early voting gets underway in the Texas primaries, but for election workers across the state, preparations started months in advance. Early voting in the Texas primary runs through next Friday. That's February 27th. Election day is Tuesday, March 3rd. You'll need to check with your county's election office for polling locations and times. Well, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is expected to cast his ballot in Austin before heading to East Texas as part of his Let's Roll, Get Out the Vote campaign tour. Now, tonight, the governor is in Tyler delivering the keynote speech at the Smith County Republican Party's Lincoln Reagan dinner. He'll be joined by those East Texas state representatives, Daniel Elders and Cole Hefner, and others. The event started at 6:15 at the W.T. Brookshire Conference Center in Tyler.
And we got some warm weather on the way over the next couple days. I'll have the forecast details next.
Now, KSLA First Alert Weather.
And there's a live look outside. You can see the river looking pretty good there. Bossier City also got the casinos all lit up. Just looks like a nice night out there, and it is very warm. It's also kind of windy too. If you've been outside this evening, you can certainly feel that wind. Let's take a look at our forecast headlines. The warmth is the big headline here. We're talking about low 80s in the forecast by Thursday, so it's going to get really warm the next couple of days. And then we track the next weather maker. It's a cold front that's going to move in on Friday. It'll bring a few showers, but not a lot of rain expected out of that. But some much cooler air is going to arrive. In fact, it's going to feel a little bit more like winter, a little taste of winter on the way as we head to Sunday, Monday with highs only in the 50s both days and overnight temperatures dropping back into the 30s as we head towards the weekend. So here's more details on that next system. And again, there's not a lot of moisture with this, so we're only going to see a few spotty showers, minimal rainfall amounts. The bigger story definitely is going to be that temperature drop behind the front, because we're going to go from temperatures, near 80 degrees near 80 degrees on Thursday into the 50s for highs by Sunday and Monday. So there's that cold blast coming in, highs in the 50s, but we'll have about 2 or 3 nights in a row with those temperatures in the 30s at night. So that's definitely going to be the big story, is that we could see a frost or a freeze returning to our forecast. But tonight, though, look how warm it's going to be. Temperatures are going to stay in the 60s all night, and that's because of that strong south wind, and that's not going to allow temperatures to drop very much. So 63, that's our overnight temperature in Shreveport, 60 in Natchitoches, 63 Texarkana. It's a very, very warm February night across the area, and that's going to translate us into a very warm day tomorrow. A lot of cloud cover, though. Don't expect a ton of sun for your Wednesday, and there might even be some fog around in the morning. But with that southwest wind, even though we're not going to see much sunshine, that's still going to help warm those temperatures despite the lack of sun. 76 in Shreveport, 78 out in Marshall. Natchitoches 77, 78 out towards Longview, and upper 70s all the way northward through Arkansas and into Oklahoma. Here's that 7-day forecast. 76 for your Wednesday, 81 Thursday. Look at the overnight temperatures in the mid 60s. That's really warm. Then the colder air starts to move in. 69 on Friday, 67 Saturday. Highs in the 50s by Sunday and Monday, with overnight temps in the 30s, and we could even have temperatures close to freezing by Monday night. So yes, it's going to be cold, but it's not going to be nearly as bad as it was like, that winter storm when we had temperatures in the teens. It's not going to get that cold.
Yeah, I mean 30s at night, but we're getting 60s and 70s in the daytime.
It's not bad. I mean, and it is still February. We're still like,
right.
We're not close to spring just yet, so we can expect still some cooler temperatures.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. As always, stay first alert to any breaking or developing news in the Arklatex by simply downloading our KSLA News 12 app. Stay safe out there. We'll see you back here at 10.